I'm sure there's a lot of KPIs you look at, but if I was a fly on the wall in your office, what 3 to 5 KPIs would I see you look at the most?
I would say the biggest one, because it's the easiest and simplest to look at, is number of visits. How many visits are we doing per week? How many new evaluations are we doing per week and per month? Those are the most important ones, I think, for me. And then, of course, I'm always looking at my profit and loss, gross and net income constantly. It's not really a KPI, just a financial thing. I look at cancellations, but it's a little different in a mobile practice. I feel like that's not as critical of a KPI as if you have an office space and you need people coming in to you.
Cindy, the more time I spend with you, the more interesting you become, which there's a compliment buried in there somewhere. But I don't hear practice owners talk about finance or financials very often. And you just kind of you just casually said P&L right there. Is that something that came from your prior jobs, or did you read a book?
I had a small practice in New Hampshire before I moved. My husband is an entrepreneur and ran a company, and for a while I was sort of the QuickBooks person for him. I was, learned how to code expenses and look at we I use QuickBooks, and it's just very easy to click a button and see your profit and loss. And so I've just kind of learned it. It's not really that hard to learn, and obviously basic business is you better have more coming in than you have going out.
There's your street MBA, everybody. Just make more money than you spend.
Got to have more coming in than going out, and you have to track it, and you have to kind of know where it's going and understand, like, geez, if it's really low this month, what is there something I can change? Or is it because it's January and all of those deductibles are hitting, and so it's going to take longer to bring your money in at the beginning of the year? You have to kind of understand that, and I think it's really important to be tracking that every day. I mean, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I look at on my phone is my account. Because, in healthcare, it's not like a normal job where on Friday your paycheck is going to come in and you have an exact expected amount to see in your account. In this, I wake up and it's like some days it's Christmas. Like, oh, wow, a big deposit came in overnight that I did. With Medicare, you don't know exactly when it's going to hit your account. And then you could wake up another morning and say, oh, geez, why are these numbers going down so rapidly and not going up? So, that's a daily, at least, view. I wouldn't say, you can't get freaked out about it on a daily basis, obviously, when it drops or whatever, but at least to be aware of it and know what's going on so that you can stop something that is bleeding if it is, or whatever.
If you'd like to learn more about Strata PT and see how our EMR and RCM works, head over to stratapt.com to book a demo.